record this. Awesome. So welcome everybody to tonight's, I don't even know what to call this other than the gathering of Los Angeles Meetup and around the country folks coming together. We are super excited and want to welcome you. And I want to first off introduce here we go. Oh, there we go. My partner in crime, Ryan Begley. My name is Casey Eberhart, and we live both down here in Los Angeles, California. We're going to kind of explain a little bit about what we're going to do and what we're going to create as time goes on. And we're super excited for you guys to be a part of it. So Ryan is based down in Santa Monica. Hey, Ryan.
Hey, hello, welcome everyone. We're glad to see you. Yes, I'm down here in Santa Monica, and I know the guy in front of this screen. I'll claim to know him. I've known him for about the last 10 years or so, and we both are coming out of here of Los Angeles, and I'll let Casey kind of explain some of the meetup stuff that we do together as well. But glad to be here, and welcome everyone.
Yeah, awesome. And so what I am going to do is let's see if I can do this. Ryan, I am going to make you a co-host.
All right, do it up.
Okay. So you guys, here's the scoop. Ryan and I run a portfolio of meetup groups. We have about 46 meetup groups under our portfolio. I'm sorry, 56 meetup groups, 46,000 people here in Los Angeles primary. And we are here to drive value and create value. And the other thing that we want to do is bring everybody bring the entire business community together. So we are going to do a few of these on Zoom over the course of the next couple of months. And then we're going to transition into doing live events. And as we get back to doing live events, we'd love to encourage everybody to come down and participate, and we'll probably do them hybrid. So there'll be a Zoom component as well as a live component as well. We run a Facebook community for business-minded folks. It's completely free to join. It is one part brain trust, one part mastermind, one part place to get to know people, one part networking. We do run a free networking event each and every Thursday at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And if you're part of that Facebook group, you'll get notified inside there as well. If you'd like to join that, you can go to www.businessgrowthevents.com and jump on there, and that will throw you right into the Facebook group. Really cool thing about this Facebook community is we started it literally with 0 people in it. And as of today, we are just around 2,200 people. In just a little under probably about 6 months. It's grown completely organically. It's extremely active, and we'd love to have you guys be a part of that if you'd like. So
and to jump in there, guys. Years back in the Wayback Machine, Casey, if you didn't know him, this is your first time seeing him. We ran meetup groups for the past almost 12 years, but there was at times we were doing weekly meetings, monthly meetings, and we had 300 plus 500 people in the building. And what we're doing is really kind of bringing that back right now. Yes, we're fully online and have been, but we do plan on as our community comes back together, being able to have these areas of bringing the whole community together. And that's again really what this is all about. So, as these weekly meetings continue, these will start to be live as well. So be looking out to be coming to our live meetings as well.
Yeah, and our real goal here is to bring as much value to the business community as humanly possible. And so tonight, what we're going to do is, and I will get this slide presentation. I will get it all figured out, I promise. Do want to have one more special invite for you guys before we jump right into tonight's presentation on how to create videos to draw clients to your business. We are running a free workshop this weekend. It's called Media Magic. We are going to literally teach the VIP method. And the VIP method is V is for video, I is for interview, and P is for podcast. So we're really going to take a couple of days and really break down how to create videos, how to use videos to your advantage to attract customers and clients to you, how to put them up on YouTube. We're going to go through that entire process. We're also going to talk about how you can be interviewed, as well as create an interview show of your own to build and grow your audience and build your business. And finally, we're going to talk about podcasting. Not only if you want to start a podcast, if you've ever had a desire to start a podcast, although having run one myself, I know they are a lot of work. The results can be fantastic, but also how you can be a guest on other people's podcasts and really grow your audience and really talk directly to your ideal client. So far today, I've done 3 podcast interviews, all completely into different niches, all speaking directly to my absolute ideal client. But I was a guest on 3 different podcasts, and you can do the same. We're going to literally break down how you can get yourself booked on as many podcasts literally as you want, as much as you have time for, if you kind of know the code and the secret way of doing that. So if you'd like to participate and do that with us this weekend, like I said, it's free to you guys as part of our Meetup community. And all you have to do is go to I can never say it. It's megameetupmixer.com, megameetupmixer.com on that, and that'll let you in.
Yeah, and we're taking tonight. Tonight is about live video presentations. This weekend is really taking what you're learning tonight and like putting 20 steroids in it, like really every single nook and cranny of what to do, really hand holding you through the entire process, not only with the live video presentations, but as Casey's mentioned, podcasting, how to get on the podcast, literally from begin to end, all of the above. So would really love to see you guys out there, but I won't interject in here anymore. Casey, take it away.
No, interject away. And guys, this presentation is for you guys more than it is for me, in terms of we want to be able to give you some tools, some ideas, maybe to crack open how to use video to attract your absolute ideal client. So please don't hesitate. Pop yourself off mute if you've got questions. If you've got chat, Ryan's monitoring the chat. Just type them in there, jump off mute. We really love to present in a way of a conversation. So I've got some slides to just kind of go through to keep me on track. But really, at the end of the day, this is about how you can use live video to attract customers and have them actually turn into customers, real live paying customers by using video. Okay, so you can use video for a whole host of different things. Number one, you can make consumers aware of your brand and increase your engagement, right? If nobody knows you exist, and I don't care whether you are a coach or a bricks and sticks business or a financial planner, or, you know, in the case of Marcy Green, she sells money, she sells funding, but she can be using videos in order to really kind of take the scary out of that process and do a lot of the selling for her when she's not, in fact, on the phone, or in her case, on LinkedIn, as she loves LinkedIn, right? So we can also use video to build know, like, and trust, as well as remember. So one of the things that happens for a lot of businesses is, in order for a customer to say yes, they have to feel comfortable, right? And most often they are scared to do business with you. We can call it whatever we want, but they're not doing business with you for some reason. Primarily, it's because they're scared. You know, we've got financial folks on here. You financial folks have a very high trust point in order to have somebody do business with you. Well, if somebody can watch and consume video of you, get to know your personality, get to know what you're like, kind of get a feel for how you are, they're going to come to the table a little bit more warmed up. So we can use video to build that know, like, and trust value. And if we create a library or a book of videos, you can actually have your prospect raise their hand for a very specific ask. So we'll talk a little bit about that towards the end, about when you say, hey, here is your call to action, those people that are interested are then going to raise their hand and say, hey, I'm in, right? So we already gave you a couple of calls to action. We said, hey, come join us in our Facebook group. And we said, hey, come join us on this weekend. Now, people, if you're not into that, you simply say no, there's no harm, no foul. Few of you might say, hey, you know what? I don't have anything going on this weekend. I really want to learn how to use video to increase my business. So you'll join us. A couple of you might say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to be around this weekend, but I'd love to be in a Facebook group where people are super active, and you'll join us in the Facebook group. That's what it's all about. Some of you are like, I can't believe they're already giving us links and it's only the first 30 seconds of the presentation. Don't worry, we'll give them to you again at the end as well. But we are here to help. It's really kind of at its core. And since I run a business coaching, training, accountability mastermind program, I'm here to really help drive as much value for your business, no matter what business you're in. Okay. So we first need to talk, when we talk about videos, it's important that we look at these videos that we're going to make, whether they're Facebook Live and put them on YouTube or whatever, and being able to break them down a little bit more into different categories so that we understand how to craft and create the content in each video. Okay. So there's extra long length video. Think of it like about an hour, right? About an hour's worth of video, but you could literally do, I have been part of Facebook Lives that have gone literally for 2-3 days at a time, right? Where they're running speakers and presenters back to back. You could also do 5-day challenges with videos. There's a ton of different things that you could do with extra long length of videos. Then it goes down to long length, medium, mid-long length, mid-short length, and then short length. Now, let's talk about this short length. Right now, today, short under 1 minute videos are having the most impact in generating awareness for businesses across the board, right? So a lot of people are putting their videos up on TikTok. I got to tell you, I joined TikTok this afternoon. Okay. And the only reason I joined TikTok this afternoon was because I have several friends of mine that are in business that are like, listen, it ain't teenagers jumping around on a washing machine. And that's all it is. So because I love doing short form videos, it's another place for me to place that content right now. For those of you that are doing YouTube videos, super, super important. And many people don't know this, but a short video up on YouTube under 59 seconds. So it has to be under a minute. If you put hashtag shorts in the title and in the description, that is a new thing that YouTube is putting together. It's called YouTube Shorts, and they're trying to compete with Instagram Reels, TikTok, and short videos. So you could put a video up there, put shorts on it, and the thing is a very high likelihood that it can go viral much faster and better than maybe some of your longer form videos on YouTube. Okay, so this thing is, let's go here. Okay, so we have 5 topics to compress into each video that we do. So Ryan, before I go on, did I miss anything?
No, absolutely not. And pertaining to what we're going to be going over, we're talking about 5 master keys for video presentations. Casey just listed a numerous different types of formats of videos, you know, up to an hour, up to 55 seconds. But essentially, each one of those formats, these 5 master keys will be scrunched. Either if it's 55 seconds, we're going to have figure out how to do each key in 5 seconds. But each one of these 5 master keys will be in every single one of our video presentations that we do in some way or some fashion. So
yeah, and you guys, these are super important. If you almost think of it like a recipe, these 5 master keys, these 5, oh, for crying out loud. Now I've done it. Now I've done it. Somebody called my phone and now I have no idea where my presentation went. That's awesome.
I still see it, if that helps.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, we are going to try this one more time. Stand by, Ghost Riders. Ryan, what do you see now?
I see all of our folks that are here on the meeting with us.
Okay.
Hello.
Have to love it. Okay, here we go. We were on master key number 1. We're going to start sharing again.
Okay.
Okay, do we now see master key 1?
We are back online.
Okay, here we go. That's how we roll in the land here down in Meetup. So each of these 5 master keys need to make up a small component of each of your videos, okay, in order to get maximum engagement, okay? Number 1, the topic. The topic of the video seems sort of simple, but one of the things that we see very often is that a lot of folks don't understand who their actual customer actually is based on data, right? So in our Platinum Inner Circle, we talk a lot about this, that we don't get paid to think. The market thinks on our behalf. So if Sean sells financial products, and he has this whole portfolio of financial products, but if we look at who's actually doing business, they siphon down to 1 or 2 or 3 customers or products, then that's where we want to focus our attention, right? So we want to understand the true customer avatar, who makes up that actual person. Once we understand who that actual customer is, then the topics need to matter to those particular people, okay? The topic should include some element to help them know, like, and trust you. You know, one of the things, for example, for those of you that are in real estate, I'd probably say financial services, investing, financial services. If you sell stuff around cars, lots of acronyms and lots of vocabulary that most people don't know. Maybe you even are in direct sales or network marketing. There's lots of acronyms and vocabulary is very specific to your potential avatar. If they don't know that, be a great way to come up with a topic on each video. Do a 1-minute video explaining each acronym. What's ROI mean? What's ROE mean? Return on energy. What does IRR mean? What does upline mean? What does comp plan mean? What does 5-speed mean? Whatever the specific vocabulary or phrases around your business are, great ideas for topics to remove that barrier from somebody doing business with you, right? And it needs to be relevant to something they need or want that you can ultimately provide a solution for, right? So for example, I did a 1-minute video this morning because I've got a weekend event coming up this weekend. And I know that the vast majority of people that I'm connected to on Facebook are business people. It's just, I've built it, I've cultivated it. It's a very active Facebook profile. And a lot of those folks are into business and a lot of them use Facebook to drive business, right? So I'm doing an event this weekend. So I did a video where I didn't realize this. It's a fairly new thing on Facebook, but you can actually pin a post to the top of your Facebook profile, okay? So if you got an important topic or an important video, you could pin that to the top of your profile. And that way, anybody that goes to your actual profile sees that first, okay? So I pinned a post to the top of my page, my profile that said, hey, I'm doing an event this weekend. And I also run a Facebook group. If you'd like to be a part of it, just comment below. Then I went and I started doing all my daily activities on Facebook, and I had a bunch of people that saw that post. So I did a video on it this morning and said, hey, did you guys know that you can add a video or a post to the top of your Facebook profile? Go check it out now, try it, and then send me a message to let me know you did it. Well, bunches of people did that. So it's being relevant to the group. So my group in Facebook, my profile, my friends are primarily focused on business and growing business. So that's a relevant solution or something that they can do, a trick, a tip, a tool, a technique, a hack, or whatever that can help them grab more business. So you want to be able to do that in every video you do, okay? Now, Ryan, you want to take this one on?
Sure. So, a lot of the times we get, the ambition to say, okay, I'm ready to do this video thingy, okay, and I'm ready to go talk to my customers, and I'm ready to really share some value. and then we come to a blank stare at the wall of what the heck do I talk about? What do I even do? And this little tool right here has a very, very helpful tool, and it's answerthepublic.com. And you can literally just say, discover what people are asking about. You can put in your topic and or your business, your type of business, financial planning, hang gliding. You could do real estate investors. What are those people talking about? And it is just going to give you a massive amount of what questions, why questions, how questions. And that is where you can literally go and write down 50 different topics or 50 different questions of topics that you can literally make your video presentations on. And like we said, not all of our presentations are going to be hour long. These might be 55 seconds, which are some of the most, the best leveraged right now videos you can do. So we want to have a nice little stockpile that we can go to, so we don't come up to the blank stare at the wall of what do we talk about, right? So just put in your arsenal, just go to a website like this. There's a couple of different out here, but this one I found very helpful, and start listing out some topics. And that is really one of those foundational parts that you can now start saying, okay, I got my stuff together. This is what I'm going to do. And that just pushes you that much closer to pushing that record button and getting this video out to the world and generating that ROI. But I would recommend this play around with it, get to know it a little bit. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just put your business in there and what people are asking about, and check it out. You'll find it very, very helpful. I think many have. So
yeah, and what this tool does, guys, and it's free. I think there might be, you can upgrade it if you want, but there's a free version. And so what you can do is, what this does is this searches the internet and actually looks for what people are asking on the internet, on social media, and brings it all together. So if you are running a financial services business and you want to know, are people talking about family trusts? Well, you type in family trust and it will literally give you a bunch of questions that you could then simply answer, like pull it and go, blah, blah, blah. Hey, I pulled up this. Here's what you guys are asking about. Here's how we're going to answer. Okay.
Yeah, that's a great point to add, which I didn't. It's not just taking questions that they think might be good. This is real data that are people that are going to the Google machine and saying, how do I get a financial planner, or where do I look for X? And it's taking the most used in these searches from questions, most used questions in the search bar, and giving them all to you. So that's data. That's hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of data that is free, because this is what marketing companies are paying to do. They're doing all of this marketing, trying to figure out what people want to hear. Well, this is just giving that to you on a platter.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We love throwing these kind of resources at you guys. So I do want to address a couple of things in chat. You guys can record this if you want. I don't really care. I will tell you that I am recording it and it will be up on my YouTube channel probably by tomorrow. So if you want to check it out, I'll have it up. And the link to my YouTube channel is actually just pretty simple. It's caseyonvideo.com. And Ryan will throw that in the chat for you guys as well. And I love getting messages like this. Somebody private messaged me and says, I don't understand how you have time to do all of this. Well, here's the thing. That's what is so powerful about something like what we're doing here. This video, we invited everybody in all our meetups to come to this video. We invited everybody to come. And at the end of the day, can I let you in on a little secret, gang? You're all here, but you are being part of me creating content and video to fall right in line. So this will go up on my YouTube channel, and it will hopefully, if all goes according to plan, will be able to be watched for years and years and years to come. So it's building an entire library, the entire library up. So Sean, can you leave that link to the video? Yeah, Ryan will put it as caseyonvideo.com. And yes, Marlene, you can search that for very specific questions for you. Okay. Awesome. So let's see. Okay, number 2, the hook. You only have 1 to 3 seconds to capture someone's attention. Okay, so a lot of times when the videos first started a couple of years ago and it started to get all Twitter paid and excited about video, people are doing that thing where they jump on and they spend the first 10 minutes and they say things like, hey, well, we're going to wait for a bunch of people to get on, and hey, Marcy, and hey, Gabrielle, and here's Sean, and hey, Ryan, and what's going on? And what ended up happening was people got immune to that, and they started showing up later and later and later so that they bypass all the chitter chatter and the junk. So here's the scoop. No one cares when they don't know you, right? So there's no need to go into a long explanation of what you do and all of this rigmarole. Get in, get the hook, get into the crux of the video as soon as possible. The faster, the better, okay? And this does not have to be about you. You might have a video where you do a little bit longer form, where you introduce yourself, and you maybe are doing a training like this one. This video is going to be a little bit longer, right? But I like to do videos of all different lengths. Some are 12 minutes, some are 2 minutes, some are an hour. Bill Gross is on here. Bill Gross is a real estate guy here in Los Angeles. He is the probate expert. Anything to do with probate and real estate in SoCal or in California, you must know Bill Gross. Bill Gross is doing meetup groups for real estate. He's putting them right up on YouTube. It's just massive amounts of content that he's being able to put up so that people get to know him as the probate expert. They've got questions of probate. Who do they contact? The guy that makes them feel all warm and fuzzy inside. It's Mr. Bill Gross. Then he has the opportunity to talk to them about any of their real estate needs. Okay. So, master.
Real quick.
Yeah, Bill.
I took this class, I want to say February or March-ish, and said, wow, I should do that. And I set out and did that as a result. And my business was so busy, I was almost overwhelmed for the last 3 months because of the video. It's just amazing. I did like 10% of what you told me to do. It was just too much.
Yeah, and Bill, you bring up a good point. The idea. So let me just take a side step here. What normally happens in the business world, especially with entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, micropreneurs, and folks that don't have a big team around them, is we go through what's like the roller coaster, right? We don't have any business. So we panic and we freak out and we do all of this stuff to get business, generate leads, generate leads, generate leads, generate leads. And then some people say, yeah, we'll do business with you. And so you go up into execution mode. And when you start executing on all the stuff that you just sold because of your amazing marketing, most people let their marketing fall off. Because, oh, I'm so busy, I don't have time to do all of this. So they start executing on their business. You know, they sell a house, or they write a will, or they write a loan package, or they take on a coaching client, and they're executing, right? And then what happens is their marketing falls down. And then their business stops because they've finished executing on whatever they sold, and it drops. And then they start their marketing machine again. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Well, what we really want to do in business, you guys, is create a machine that literally spits out leads for you over time consistently. And video is a great way to do that. So what Bill is, he doesn't even know he's really doing this, but what Bill is really working at is to a point where his business is going to be so automated and systematized because so many people are consuming his yummy content that they just are like, Bill, just list my house. Or, hey, I've got a problem with a probate situation. Can you help me out? And now instead of him having to do more marketing, he's actually just picking up the phone. And if we can get our businesses to the point where all we're doing is picking up the phone and we're serving our customers and we're serving our community, then that's really kind of the holy grail of business. Okay. Mm-hmm. So master key number 3, we respond as human beings to pleasure and or pain. There's all kinds of different meetup groups I'm sure we could talk about with this, but we're going to keep it in the business zone for tonight, right? And that is that you either want to be able to say to somebody, hey, if you do this, you're going to feel really, really good, right? Or if you do this, or if you don't do this, you're going to feel really, really, really bad, right? Now, we have to be able to identify and be able to help our customers or our prospects be able to figure out which one of those it is, right? So, here's the deal. I was, like I said earlier, I was on a podcast. I was on 3 podcasts today. One of them was a video podcast where he had no idea how to get a video off of Facebook and onto YouTube, right? So off camera, I literally just walked him through it. I used a tool to help me do that. But I walked him through how to do that. And he was like, oh my gosh, I've seen a whole new light now, right? So that was a very pleasure idea. So tomorrow, that's going to be my video because I listened to what his problem was today. As soon as it was done, I solved his problem. As soon as I solved his problem, I saw literally his face was beaming like he was a 6-year-old who just got in from Halloween with a giant pillow bag full of candy, right? And that's a great way to come up with that video content as well. So in those videos, you want to be able to either say, hey, listen, if you don't do this, you're going to feel terrible. Or, hey, if you do this, you're going to feel amazing, right? Imagine how you're going to feel if, with Marcy with Sea Green Financial, she does business funding, right? Well, there's all kinds of things that she's going to need in order to get you funding. She's going to need tax returns and accounts and all kinds of credit scores and all kinds of rigmarole, right? Well, in her videos, if she does a great job of explaining all of the things that she's going to need in order to get you funding, you watch and consume her videos, you kind of know the drill going into it. It's going to make that process of getting money from Marcy that much easier, right? But if you don't do this, you're never going to get funding. If you don't pay your bills, you're never going to get funding. If you don't have a credit score of over X, you're going to never get funding. If you don't, I don't know, if you don't rub your head and your stomach at the same time, you're never going to get funding, right? Whatever it is, you want to really invoke some emotion out of those videos.
And I would say, the master key 1 with knowing your avatar customer. I love that whenever we run a workshop, like this weekend, we're running our Media Magic workshop. One of the things that we kind of start with, which you have to, is knowing that avatar customer, doing some exercises of really honing in, if you've never done that, really targeting in and zoning in who exactly is the person that you need to talk to. Now, is there more than what, an avatar customer means, like, if I talk to you and I present my business in the perfect way, then you as an avatar customer is like, that's a no-brainer, right? They need what I have. So will other people buy? Yes. Will they fall in? Yes. But I want to get my messaging, my video presentation, my skills all honed in to present perfectly to that one avatar customer, because everything else will kind of fall into place. But if I can't sell my product or service to my perfect client or customer, then we have a bigger problem. So step 1, when like I said, it's on the slide, and I just revert a little back to it because it really plays a part in a lot of these things that we do. Knowing that customer, knowing what they're thinking, what they're feeling, or what they need, or maybe more importantly, what they want, right? Because we always want more things than we actually may need, but showing those things and having those available, knowing that customer, is going to make these types of steps so much easier, because now I know them. I know what these problems are having. So now I'm just, saying, hey, this is the problem, isn't it? This is the problem. But guess what? Next slide. How do we show, once we are pinpointing the problems, we show the solution.
We show the solution. And so I'll give you guys like kind of a real life example, right? First, we got to be able to answer, like, what are you offering? What is the product? What do you want somebody? Well, the number 5 is going to be call to action. It's what do we actually want them to do? But in the solution here, we want to know, what is the solution? Like, I think it was Marlene She is a relationship coach, and if I'm not mistaken, for step families, right? Well, that's a really specific thing. So if I don't have a relationship with a bonus family, for example, I call them bonus families, step families, bonus families. That may not be the right client. Anybody outside of that may not be a great client. But if I have those problems or those challenges, now you have a way to talk to me, and you actually can talk about the actual solution that you or your company provides. Now, here's the thing, guys and gals. If you are looking at bringing on a new business or a new product line, maybe try some videos to see what people's interest is. And I'll give you a very good example that's happening for us in real time, right? So right now, I have been a cryptocurrency investor for literally 5 years, 6 years. A lot of people think I'm a crazy person over it. I get it. I totally understand that it's not for everyone. However, I have, over the course of the last month, been asked to explain cryptocurrency over and over and over and over and over again. And at this point, I'm pretty dang good at it. I've just done it so many times for so many friends. Yesterday, I was at a barbecue. 3 of my friends literally was like, okay, explain this to me. Well, we're in process right now of partnering with a cryptocurrency mastermind where I'm going to end up taking it over. I'll be able to do videos on cryptocurrency, and then I'll be saying, hey, if you need extra help, come check out our cryptocurrency mastermind, right? Right now, my main business is our mastermind training accountability coaching program, right? So I speak specifically to that. Somebody that's not in business is not going to care about anything I do, right? My job is to make my clients more money and free up more time. That's it, right? So if I can get in there and attract business owners that are looking to make more money in their business or save time, go spend more time with their family and automate and systematize and scale, then that's a great client for us. So me talking about how to put a worm on a fish hook in a video is probably not going to really do much to attract. Yeah, Marlene, just pop yourself off mute. You don't even need to raise your hand. Just pop yourself off mute, jump in here.
Okay, so here's my question.
Yeah.
I have some videos on YouTube and I'm boring myself to death. So I wrote scripts, and so I was reading the script, and it takes away all of the niceness about whatever I'm talking about, because it's just, I don't know what happens with my tone of voice. Do you script things, or are you just going on the fly there?
So Marlene, that is such a great, that is an awesome question. So we could crack this open for 2 days, right? So here's the thing. When we first start out doing videos, everybody, all of us, and I'm just going to kind of tell you what I tell our coaching clients. Your first 50 are going to suck. Now, the good news is that your competition will never get through 50. So on the outside, you're going to be much better than your competition, right? So we'll start there. Number 2, and Marlene, I'm going to take a stab at saying, if you've been a coach for very long at all, you have had many, many conversations with people that you have given them solutions and you have provided them value, and you did not write out a script. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Right.
So speak from your heart, speak from the true Marlene, but also be able to, if you have to, put a smiley face on a stick up or on a sticky note and put it right near the camera and just pretend that that's a client that you're having a conversation with, like you're having a cup of coffee, right? So here's the thing. And, I do a lot of speaking, and I've always found that if you can really try to just keep focused on the audience having a transformative moment and get out of your own head of what it is about you and what it is about your service, but really get to and speak to the heart of the customer in what they want, right? So tell me your business, because I know I just messed it up. I was trying to recall it, but you were coaching with step families?
I do step families, parents, and relationships, but relationships obviously are many things. So it's kind of broad, but there are specific things that I do work with.
Okay, so for example, I'm going to make an assumption. Now, I don't have a step family. I've never been a part of step families other than friends of mine, right? But I always know that as a kid, accepting a potential step parent could be really challenging, right? So maybe there's a way for you to talk to the parents and say, hey, if you are dating someone and they have children, here's a couple of things that might break the ice to help those kids like you more. Because I would assume, I don't know this to be true, but I would assume that if I was a potential step parent possibility, I want those kids to like me, because I know that the kids on the other side, if they don't like me, it's going to be a much harder road to road to hoe, whatever the phrase is, right? So maybe you say, hey guys, look, if you want your potential stepkids to like, here's some fun activities that you could do. Go to the zoo, color, whatever it is, volunteer to go to their basketball game, buy them ballet shoes, whatever. Just speak from who you are and your philosophy coaching wise, right? And just as a business coach, I will tell you that I love talking about business. I will talk about business anywhere, anytime, with anyone at all, right? So I think for you, it's really about sharing stories. How did one parent come in and they were accepted on the other end? Or maybe they weren't accepted. How does a step parent discipline a thing? How do you create that bond and that? I honestly, God, I'm so outside of my comfort zone in talking about this, because I didn't have any experience. I hope I'm making some stuff at least make sense, right?
You are, but it's hard because that 60-second limit makes it really hard to give you any semblance of substance, But I guess it's a tease. The point is to, entice people to contact you for more.
Absolutely. So remember that in a 1-minute video, those aren't sales videos. Those are not come write me a check and set up a session. Okay. Because when I go to the next one, it's literally the next thing is just a simple call to action. So if we look at those videos, Marlene, as a funnel, at the top of the funnel where the most people are, all we're trying to do is grab somebody's attention for 60 seconds to have them listen to us, right? So acknowledge that there's a problem. Maybe say, hey, there's somebody here to help. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go download my 17 activities you can do with a potential stepchild. 17 things to have a discussion with the person you're dating in order to navigate the new family, right? And that's all we're really trying to do, is grab somebody's attention and say, hey, we're over here. We're coaching people on relationships. We'd love to have a chat with you. If you don't have a relationship problem, move along. These aren't the droids you're looking for, right? If you do have a problem, or you do see a potential problem, hey, we might have something. I want you to take this action. Click here, book an appointment. Let's have a quick 15-minute chat. Hey, I wrote an ebook. A lot of people give away books. Hey, I've got a video series. I've got a course. Check me out on Facebook. And it might even be, Marlene, where you say, hey, look, well, let me use myself as an example, because you can do the same thing, right? Hey, we've got a Facebook group that's built just for step parents, where we get together and we all communicate and talk about the challenges and navigate the wild road of being a step parent. If you'd like to join us, come over to marlenestepparentgroup.com or whatever, and bring them into a Facebook environment where now they can build that community and have those conversations and build with each other.
Can I add something to this? Because I know, Marlene, this is our first time meeting. When Casey and I first met, he used to come to my office, and I was like on the phone all the time. I was like a cold caller. We had a huge operation going on, but I did cold call. I did all types of stuff, but it's kind of relevant to what we're talking about. So when I was taking a list, a cold calling list, and I'm calling them, my agenda is not to sell them whatever I need to sell them. So I'm calling them, and I'm going to say, hey, Mr. Realtor, hey, Bill, how you doing? This is Ryan Begley over here in Santa Monica, California. I know you're a really busy guy, but that's exactly why I want to talk to you. Do you have 2 minutes now, or should I try you back later? Okay, I got 2 minutes. Hey, and then I'll just say, there's something that I think that may interest you. It may not, but I got a website. If you want to go take a look, go there. So my agenda on that call wasn't to tell him to write a credit card, or, give me his credit card. It was to get him to do something. So in each one of our videos and each one of our approaches, instead of the whole script, and I had a script, I followed the script, right? But what I cut myself down to is going more of an agenda. And I got it to where it's like, first, I'm going to introduce myself. 2, I'm going to make sure that you have the time to listen to me. And 3, if you say yes to if it keeps going, you say yes, then I say, okay, great, go visit this website. That was the entire thing. Did I sometimes talk about some other things? Yes. Did I maybe, warm up with him or her? Maybe, possibly. But it was an agenda. So that's kind of where we're doing this, the 5 key kind of elements, your 5 master keys to this, because you want that as your agenda. You want to always kind of be like, okay, did I did I give them a quick hook? Did I say something that it pique their interest? Did I give them the ability to right now a call to action at the very last moment? Did I give them a call to action of what to do? We don't know. So just to put it back, I would think that what Casey is saying is speaking to the heart, having some of these in your back pocket of agendas of what you're going to be doing. So when that conversation comes to the pivotal point where, hey, you seem like you would be a perfect client, or I think I may have something that will really do you some good. Why don't you check out this? Go to here, click this, right? So that's kind of in the back pocket of through that conversation as you're going through, so you're getting to know them. That call to action, it may be tweaked. You might be like, whoa, I have really something even more powerful. You may even skip a step, but you into another call to action possibly. But knowing that, like, you're going to take from this video, you're going to go through and move through a conversation and get them to a point, last point, call to action. So the script is going to be hard. Anybody with a script, unless you're extremely skilled, is going to stumble, and it's going to sound like you're reading from a script. No matter, and like I said, you have to be very, very, very talented and do it for a very, very long time. And sometimes even that, I see presenters still go off script a little, because it can't be super canned, because it'll get to the exact point where you're at. It's boring for yourself to watch you, and that we need to get to something else.
Yeah. So Marlene, here's my recommendation. Like, I was just listening to Ryan, and I'm watching, I'm kind of taking this all in. My suggestion is this, that do you currently work in group sessions or one-on-one sessions?
It's mostly one-on-one.
One-on-one. Okay. So I understand, and I acknowledge that you're not going to jump on video and start spouting off somebody's name and doing all of that in a video. I get it, right? But what I would recommend, just to make this super easy for you, and I think it could actually be really powerful, is when you get off of a session, give yourself 5 minutes. As soon as you hang up with the client, pop your camera on and do a 1-minute recap of what just happened. Obviously, leave out the names. Obviously, don't give away any secret information. But it'd be really easy for you to just pop on and go, "Hey, everybody. So listen, I just got off an amazing session with a husband and a wife, and they were struggling with how to get their 5-year-old kid to take a nap when the other one was gone. And so here's what I suggested. I suggested that you take the nap, the piece of carpet that kid was napping on, and you just hit them over the head with it 9 or 10 times, and they will finally take a nap. If you like that suggestion, click here." Right now, I'm not advising you to beat your kids, but I'm so not a kid person. Ryan is much more the kids thing, right? You can have, but just do a recap, right? So like Bill, when he does probate work, he could literally meet with a client, get off the phone, take his phone out, go, hey, everybody, this is Bill Gross. Hey, I just want to let you know that I just got off the phone with a client and we have this question. And the question really came up as, what's the difference between a revocable trust and an irrevocable trust and a will? So let me tell you what I told them. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, if you have that same question, don't hesitate to reach out. You're in and out in 30 seconds a minute. Nobody is going to sit there and go, oh my gosh, you know what? I have been searching for years to know that question.
Mhm.
Right? What they're going to see is that Bill cares. Bill is out there. And here's the best part. He doesn't even have to be the best. Right? He is the best, but he doesn't have to be the best. Because remember, his competition isn't doing any of this.
Yeah, actually, you know, I was thinking about when you're talking about this, doing like a video, and I'm thinking, I'm not a millennial. I'm not close to like, I'm you know, close-ish, but not.
Maybe you can't see my face. I ain't a millennial.
I know, but that's like, if you're doing it and you're not, then you're reaching out more than other people are. So I guess I'm going to have to practice doing videos and selfies.
If you want to do them on a Zoom, or on your computer, I don't care how you do it.
No,
right?
but it was a fun idea. I like the suggestion. I think it's great. I think going outside the box is really good.
But it's relevant too. I mean, that's the whole point. It's not him showing his cat jumping on a bouncy ball and flying into a sprinkler. It's something that he's talking about, and the only reason he's talking about it is because his avatar customer is somebody that would be asking or be looking for something that he's talking about. So that's why he's going off and doing these questions and doing these videos and saying something about people. Because if his avatar customer is out there and comes across that video in some sort of way and fashion, is what this is all about anyway, that they're going to say, damn, I wish I found this guy 5 days ago, a week ago, 2 years ago. I wish I found this guy. And they're going to start searching. Okay, I need to get some more. Where do I find them? How do I get to the website? How do I get there? They start doing their own searches. That's just what we do when we see it. We just start researching a little bit on our own anyway. But that's the whole premise of doing these videos, that we don't know necessarily. I mean, there's a lot of things we do to put this directly in front of you, but in real life, we're not necessarily knowing who's going to come across this video. So in some sort of fashion way that somebody does come across this, we're hoping that our marketing is working, that this video is getting in front of those people. And there's a lot of other stuff in the backbone. I mean, this is just kind of about the presentation. There's a lot of stuff that's turning in the background, and we go into really fine detail in the workshop this weekend, which I know that you're going to be there. But that's it really does, I think, put this all together to help you see all those moving parts without making you just completely collapse and say, I can't do it,
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a really good question that I hope everybody benefits from, because I feel like we're talking just to Marlene, and I know we're not. We're talking to everybody.
No, we're talking to everybody.
Everybody. So I wanted to edit the edges, because there's like a blip or this or that. I don't have video software that does that well, and I was wondering if you know of one that works easily and can easily be done.
Absolutely. So the first thing I would recommend is go to Fiverr.com, and you can have people do all kinds of stuff for $5. You can send them a video and have them trim it for $5. Why?
Yeah, I've used them before and they've been great. I've just never done like video trimming.
Just type in video editing. Either that or find somebody with a grandkid that's like under 16 and pay them $5 a video to do it. Here's the other thing. I train hardcore in our group of this phrase: production before perfection. So here's the thing, and this goes for everyone. A crappy video online will always 100% of the time outperform the perfect one in your head. Right? So, I want to trim this and trim that and do this and do that. Here's the thing. You can be a little messy, Marlene. Your clients are messy. right? So the notion of these videos have to be broadcast quality is not, that's online. If somebody's too produced, we look at it as fake, right? So it can be a little bit messy, and you know, but go to Fiverr. They've got all kinds of people that will do that. But I want to share a bigger picture, and then we'll kind of bring this to a close here. Is Marlene, this is the first time you and I have ever met, right? Okay, have sort of. Bob, it's FIVERR.com, right?
I did your Thursday group last week.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so here's the thing. And how did you find that group?
Great.
No, I mean, how did you come to find it?
Oh my gosh, I wish I could understand where I get things from. I think I was a member of one of your meetup groups, and I think I just keep getting these. And I guess after 8 years of being signed up with one of these meetup groups, I actually click something, and hey, here I am.
Okay, so you guys, everyone on this call, I want you to just listen to what Marlene just said. She just laid out the perfect scenario. She joined a meetup group. She's been getting my crap, I mean, amazing content for 8 years. After 8 years, finally, we did something right to make her click a button. And then she gave up the most valuable asset that she owns, an hour of her time. And she came and checked out the Thursday meetup group, the Thursday networking group, right? At that Thursday networking group, she probably had an okay to decent time because she stayed the whole time, right? And then after that, she got another invitation to come join us on another meetup group, right? So here we are, we're getting to know each other a little bit better, right? Now, she might, at the end of this, go, oh my gosh, I would never do business with that guy. I don't do business with guys with glasses, right? Or I don't understand why he's got Disneyland Mickey Mouse ears up. She's got all of it. Everyone's got these judgments, right? That's cool. She might check us out over the weekend, right? That's a bigger time commitment, right? Or she might go to my YouTube channel and check out multiple videos and consume content there. She might go to my Facebook page and see some of the videos there, right? At some point, she's going to fall into one of two categories. She's either going to want to do business with me, or it's not the right fit, or they're not the right time, or I'm not the right guy, or whatever, right? So at some point, these are all what we call in marketing as micro commitments. She clicked a link. She came to an event. She came to an hour-long event here. At some point, if we do this right, somewhere down the road, she might say, hey, you know what? This Yahoo went from a one-on-one coaching environment to creating one of the best mastermind groups on the planet. I want to take my business to the next level. Tell me a little bit about your mastermind program. And then we'll have that conversation. At that conversation, it's either I'm a yes, I'm in, maybe not for me right now, or hell no, right? The question is for all of us is how many millions of Marlenes are out there looking for what you solve, but they don't even know how to find you, right? So they may find you on a podcast. They may find you on a video. They may find you on TikTok. They may find you on Facebook. They may find you on Snapchat. When the courts are open, you're going to find Bill Gross sitting at a coffee shop right outside down at the LA courthouse. So all of these perfect customers are consuming all of us in little small chunks. And Marlene is not, and I mean Marlene, I'm going to put Marlene in quotations here. Marlene is not going to ultimately want to do business with me until she knows that I'm kind of a decent dude, right? If she gets a win that I'm not a good guy, then she would never hire me to or join our coaching program, and that's cool. It's Marlene, all of those videos and all those pieces of content, all of that is where we are trying to have our potential customers consume a lot of us while we're sleeping, right? I have a video on YouTube. I was just telling the story earlier today. I have a single video on YouTube that to this day, I recorded it and put it up on YouTube in 2014. So that's 7 years ago. To this day, that stupid 1 minute and 30-second video, by the way, telling people to change their voicemail every day. This is literally the video, is change your voicemail every day. 1 minute and 30 seconds. I recorded it in a friend's living room. It's got the worst lower third on. It is so crap. It's so crappy because it was recorded like 4 generations of technology ago.
On a flip phone, I think, right?
I think it was, yeah. You can try to date me, Ryan. That I unfortunately I do remember the flip phone. You and your little family don't remember the flip phone, but but that video gets 11 views a day. Consistently, like clockwork, 11 views a day. How many videos do you have to have out there being seen by 11 people a day to generate enough people to go, hey, I better watch another video. I better watch another video. I better watch another video. Oh, he does weekly meetups. Oh, I'll go check him out there. Or oh, she does weekly meetings. Oh, I'll go check one out there. Oh, she's part of eWomen Network, or she's part of Polka Dots, or she's part of Kiwanis, or she's part of this group or that. Oh, I'll go check that out. It's the business dance, right? And remember that no one is going to do business with us while they're still scared. Our job is to make them not scared, right? I know that Bill Gross does a phenomenal job of taking away people's it's a massive thing. When somebody's in probate, that means number one, there's been a family member that's been lost. Number two, they're now primarily dealing with courts, attorneys, realtors, creditors, will executors, pissed off family members, all kinds of people. And you know what Bill shows up and does? Hey, let me just give you a hug. Let me give you a hug and explain why this is how this process works. And by the end of that hug, you know what you're doing? Bill, just solve my problem. Just sell my house. I need the problem to go away. And you're the only one that actually cares.
In the last 24 hours, 86 people viewed videos I did for a total of 6 hours. Literally as I slept. It just leverages what I do. It's amazing the leverage it creates.
Yeah. And Bill is just and Bill is, a lot of Bill's videos are content that he's already doing. He just never was putting it on video and putting it on YouTube. So he runs a real estate meetup group down in Culver City. It's awesome. He's now just taking those videos, dropping them up on YouTube. Taking those videos, dropping them up on YouTube.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I have a meetup group, and I have quite a few people, but I don't get very many responses from them. So I feel like they put their like least popular email address into the thing, and then they like never answer, once in a blue moon. I even have people sign up. I started charging a little bit to try to entice people to actually show up when they said they were going to show up, and they pay, and sometimes they still don't show up. I don't even know what to do with myself with these. So I'm sure I could leverage the meetup group in a better way. And I don't know if this is the right place to be asking, but I'm curious how to make better use of my meetup group. I've got a lot of members.
Awesome. So, oh my gosh, I literally taught an entire course on how to leverage Meetup. So here's the thing, Marlene. I think people have people's expectations don't always match what is reality when it comes to Meetup, right? So Meetup is a group of people, by the way, that are in your Meetup group because they were emailed an email from Meetup that says, hey, you told us you were interested in a Meetup that had one of these 15 topics. And when you set up your Meetup, you had to tell it what 15 topics that Meetup was about. It's a matchmaker. That's all that software is. So Marlene, for you, and I'll peel back the curtain on this because I think it's just valuable. Everyone on this call is here probably either because of a Meetup group that they're a part of ours, or they're part of our mastermind coaching program, right? Because we just include this with everything, right? So our goal is to take that group of folks that are in Meetup and get them off of Meetup into our database or into another social media environment where we have another shot at having a conversation. That's it. So let's just put this in perspective. We hammered the meetups hard over tonight's presentation. 46,000 people probably got more emails about tonight than they know what to do with. I'm sorry if you're part of several of our groups because you got hit with it a bunch of times, right? I pay a VA to do that. Ryan manages all of it, but it costs us about $10 to get that email sequence out through a VA. When we started this, there were 45 people that had registered for this event tonight out of 46,000. Now, number one, we have not been consistent with adding value to these groups. Number two, we haven't been consistent in communicating with these groups. Number three, the name of the bloody website is Meetup, and we haven't been able to meet up in over a year, right? So we had to sort of chum the waters a bit and rewarm this entire group up so that they know that we're here to stay and that we consistently want to bring a community together, right? So we made a couple of calls to action. We said, hey, come join us in our Facebook group. Getting you off Meetup. Hey, the reason we made you register for this event, because we can upload that list into our database. Now I've got you out of Meetup into another environment where we can also help to warm that crowd up. So Marlene, good for you for having somebody pay. I've never done that. But here's the thing. Remember that people are just like you and I. They're having their own problems, desires, something comes up. You know, I had a buddy of mine that was so excited about tonight's thing, all sort of like ready to go. I went over to his house earlier today to pick up a hot cocoa. It doesn't matter. I went over there and he was like, you know what? I really wanted to be there, but I'm going to be cooking dinner at that time. I was like, okay, what do you do? Honestly, the content of this is for all of you guys, but the video from this afterwards, that asset is going to be seen by way more than, there's 11 people on here. So minus myself and Ryan. So there's 2, Bill 3, Marcy 4, Terry 5. So there's 5 of us on here that I'm going to remove off of there. That means there are 6 people on here that are potential to go to the next step, either join us on the weekend or join us in the Facebook group or whatever, right? 6. Now here's the question. If we get this video and we put it up on YouTube, is it possible that over the course of the next 5 years, this video will be seen by more than 6 people? Right? If I pulled the audio from this and put it up as a podcast episode on Stitcher and iTunes, is it possible that more than 6 people would listen to this?
My rock band has been live streaming every Saturday night since we haven't had live gigs. We've been live streaming from my garage studio every Saturday night through COVID. And on an average Saturday night, we've got a regular following. We have anywhere from 25 to 60 people watching live. And over the next week, another 2,000 see it and engage on a regular basis.
Perfect. That's why capturing what we do on video or audio is so vitally and valuable to the marketplace. Right? So think about it. Nicholas, you said you have, let's even take it on a low thing. You got 2,000 people watching and consuming content. You go, sometimes I go, I can't even believe there are 2,000 people that want to listen to me. Right? That's okay. Not up to me to make that decision. Why not are they watching? Why or why not are they watching? Right? So that's where the value of all of this is I really look at each video as a share of stock that has a dividend. I don't look at it as anything more than that. So if you have 1,000 shares of stock, each earning a dividend, your return on that investment over time is going to be a heck of a lot more than somebody that doesn't have 100 shares of stock or 1,000 shares of stock earning a dividend.
And Marlene, I would leveraging your Meetup. The easiest way to do it is just like how why most authors are authors, I would say 99% of them, is to really just to say, hey, I have a book. I'm a person that you can listen to because I wrote a book, right? So when you're in our networking, you're in our Thursday night meeting, and you're networking with folks, you're saying what, instead of saying, hey, let's have a consultation about your family. I mean, the better way is saying, hey, I have this meetup group, has 1,000 people in it. We do this. You're using that as your leverage and regardless of not of what's happening with it, you're using that, and people are like, oh, you have a meetup. Now you're connecting with them. So start just using it verbally, leveraging it with just the words, and posting a lot, and getting some people to do the simple tasks with the meetup is always easy. But yeah, I mean, that's a big standpoint where we came from. Whenever I mentioned to somebody, oh yeah, me and a buddy of mine, yeah, we got about 57 meetup groups. It consists of about 50,000 people. You're always like, whoa, oh, okay. What are you exactly doing? You're doing what? Well, there's 50,000 people listening to you for what? You must be saying something, right? So it's though, even just using that verbiage in your networking, you can leverage it like that. That's one easy way to do it.
Can I go off script a little bit and help you with Meetup? Just so here's just a little end of the presentation type of deal. Here's the thing about how Meetup works. As an organizer, you're allowed 3 meetups before you have to pay any extra money, right? So here's my suggestion. If you only are organizing 1 tonight, go join 100 different meetup groups that contain your perfect client. Parenting groups, mommy and me groups, financial groups. Go just search for the groups that are suggested by Meetup that you join. You're going to join tons and tons of meetup groups. And here's the holy grail. The holy grail is somebody steps down because they don't figure out Meetup group. They step down and they don't pay their bill and they think, oh, this is stupid. So they've built this big group of 2,000-3,000 people, and then they just let it go.
Because nobody goes to their event, or they don't answer their email, and then even when were charged $10, they don't show up to the event. The organizer they get a little like, what the hell do I do, right?
Yep. And so they step down, right? Well, here's the beautiful part. The minute they do that, Meetup sends out an email to all of the members that says, hey, who wants to take this over? Important message. It always shows up. Important message. You just step right in, you click a button, you just doubled your meetup size. You just don't have to pay any extra. You just take on one of the meetups and now you're the organizer on a list that's already built.
Does it absorb into the one you already have? Can you combine?
No. But you could send out an email to each of them. So you could send out an email to each of them that says, hey, I just took over another group. If you want to join it or you want to join this, now you have the same person in 2 meetups, which means there's a higher likelihood they're going to get your information. So that's just a side note meetup thing.
I've also copied this series of instructions from Casey about a year ago, and that's what drives the traffic for my probate and real estate groups has been meetups. And they just changed now where you can send an event with multiple groups rather than an event for each group. So it's a little neater now contacting people. And you can message everybody in the group. It doesn't affect your email delivery rates. It's not going, you're not going to get shut off for spam or shut down your MailChimp. I have 3,000 members in my meetup groups combined now. It just drives me a lot of traffic.
Yeah, because what's great about that is that Meetup is considered a trusted source. So there are people that are on my email list and in Meetup that won't open my email because they don't know who I am, but they will open a Meetup email because it says Meetup on it. Same with LinkedIn. You get an email from LinkedIn, you go, oh, somebody's messaging me because it's LinkedIn. We click on it, we go, because it's a trusted website. So it's just another great tool to add to your overall arsenal.
And Marlene, you missed the email that we sent out 4 years ago when we did the meetup, the magic meetup machine. We literally, Casey said that we taught meetup. We did. We literally did a whole mastermind. I think it was 3 or 4 week course on everything Meetup. And we sent it through the emails. So just to, it's kind of full circle when you're looking at it, but it's not about the frustration, or it's just playing the game, right? Just and knowing it and rolling with it.
But can I watch it on YouTube?
You can, no.
That one I still have people paying for.
Ooh, nice.
So no.
We
you can watch the webinar we did that marketed that, but not the actual presentation, because we can still sell it, or we give it to our Platinum Inner Circle members, so they can do exactly what Bill Gross is doing.
Well, I want to find out more about where I can buy it, see it, do it. Let me know.
Okay,
Nope.
awesome. Well, I'm happy to get that. I'm happy to get that over. So awesome, you guys. So just to finish this up, you want to give a call to action in your video, right? Whenever you do a presentation, you want to tell people what to do. In the offline world, we hate being told what to do. Clean your room, go here, it drives us crazy. In the online world, subconsciously, we are navigating, we are searching the web, we are surfing the web, we are on the wave of being directed what to do. The marketer that tells us what to do the most often and the best and the most tantalizing is going to win the game. So, for example, find something that your clients want. In this case, right, you guys all just witnessed what just happened. We just did this. It just happened to be live versus a video. But I could have done a video that says, hey, if you don't know how to take over Meetup groups, let me give you 3 ways to help increase your Meetup group if you're unhappy with the results. A, this, B, this, C, this. Now, if you want to check out our magicmeetupmachine.com, you can actually go buy a course that we did a few years ago for $50, and it'll show you exactly how to do that. That's a sale, right? I could have also said, hey, we're going to do a workshop on Meetup, and if you want to join that workshop, go join our Facebook group at Expand the Business, and we'll tell you all about it. Right? We're speaking directly to a problem. Right? So this is the link to come to our this is our a big call to action, because I know we're over time. We're going to try to finish this 21 minutes ago, but this has been a great discussion. So megameetupmixer.com will get you registered for this weekend. It's totally free. I'm going to tell you guys ahead of time. When you register, there is an opportunity for you to upgrade to VIP. I think it's $97. I think it's $97, and that gives you the slides and the recording for this weekend. So we have a lot of people that can't make it, but they really want to learn how to do this stuff. So they just register, pick up the VIP package, and it comes with some bonus sessions and some stuff afterwards. But you don't have to upgrade if you don't want. I know we've got several of our platinum members on the call tonight. You guys, obviously, please do not upgrade to VIP. You're all part of the VIP crowd anyways. So I have to say that just because some of them are like, oh, well, I'll just go be VIP, and they get that as part of their package. So anywho, any other questions? Let me stop share on this so I can see everybody here. Does anybody else have any questions or comments or thoughts or anything they want to add into the conversation? I think I scared Terry.
Yeah, I'll say one thing.
Yeah, Marcy.
I think it was Bill or you alluded to Bill. The one thing you say is to take away the scary, but I love what you said. Let me give you a hug. Let me show you how this process works. I really like that. And thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, when we are looking at something new, whether it's joining a new company, or hiring a new therapist, or bringing on a new coach, or trying to go paragliding or hang gliding, right? Or setting up a will for the first time. Those are all fairly scary, right? And the reason we look to experts or look to people that have been there in front of us is to have them help take away being scared, right? I have always admired hang gliders, right? I am the idea of it is so beyond scary to me that it keeps me from doing it. If I wasn't scared, I'd just go jump off a damn cliff, right? But I'm scared. I don't know how the safety equipment works. I don't know. They always wear these gadgets on their arms. I don't know what any of that means. They talk about updrafts and downdrafts and side drafts and tsunamis and hurricanes and monsoons and all this stuff. I don't know what any of that stuff means. I got to look to a trusted expert to walk me through that process. Right? Oh my gosh, I'm dating somebody new and he's got kids and I'm going to now be a stepdad for the first time and I don't have kids. And now all of a sudden I'm adopting a 9-year-old and a 13-year-old. I got a 13-year-old girl that thinks she's going on 30 wearing short skirts. I got another little 9-year-old boy who thinks that he's, a WWE wrestler. And, I mean, like all of that stuff just gets overwhelming. And so we're going to look to somebody to essentially give us a hug and walk us down that path. That's why video presentations can be super, super powerful. But I do want to bring this back full circle. Your first 50 are going to suck. But the great news is your competition will never make it through 50. I work with people all the time. Like, I'll give you one quick story and then we'll bag out of here. I have a client, a big real estate investor, huge real estate investor down in Houston. He got to Los Angeles. He takes me to lunch. He's like, okay, you're hired. I'm going to do everything you tell me. I said, okay, be prepared. He's like, okay. I said, I want 30 Facebook Lives in 30 days. And he had some lovely four-letter F words to tell me what I could do to myself. And I said, that's all awesome. I'm going to cash your check regardless whether you do them or not. Right? So he said, okay. I said, so here's the deal. I want you to do one and then I want you to text me so I know you did it. So I'm holding him accountable. So he thought he was going to outsmart me. And so he did them at 3:00 in the morning. Then he texted me at 3:00 in the morning and I texted him back, great, got it. And then he would go delete it. That was about 2 years ago. Flash forward, he and his partner now, I think we just clipped over, I think we now have about 500 investment properties under our belt. They run a mastermind program. They have a nationally syndicated radio show for real estate. They're one of the largest investment firms out of Houston, Texas, and you can't shut him up and get him off video. And he will be the first one that will tell you that the entire reason that people invest money with him is because they already know who he is before they give him money. He's loud, he's obnoxious, he is very vocal. He takes no crap from anyone, but he is the most educated person in real estate in that entire market. And you cannot be in Houston, Texas and not know who he is. So we did that in Los Angeles. And then when he and his partner moved to Houston, we just replicated the process. And I mean, video after video after video after video after video after video. I mean, he probably does 5 or 6 videos a day, right? Because again, he goes to a house, he looks at a house, he turns his camera on and tells everybody why he's investing in the house or why he's not. Very simple. Oh, look at this house. It's by the water. Do you guys like this? Yeah, I hate it. You know why? Because we have hurricanes down here in Houston, and this will be under 6 feet of water. Let me show you where the water line is, where the yahoos before us weren't able to hide it. And they, and he goes through and that's it. Right? Videos work. They just do. So with that, you guys, thank you guys so much for hanging out with Ryan and I and the rest of the crew today. We're super excited. I hope that you'll join us over the weekend. Ryan, will you throw the workshop link in there just in case people didn't get it?
I most certainly will.
Awesome. And Marlene, if you want, Facebook me, message me your YouTube channel. I'll go subscribe to it. I'm all about subscribing. I don't get bored.
I'll do that. Thank you.
And this weekend, just for whoever is on or watching this, our Magic Media workshop is really going into depth into as far as setting it up, your video equipment, platforms, how to say, what to say, who to say, where to go, what to click. I mean, we literally do walk you through it because it's a need that's out there right now. More than ever, every single entrepreneur and business owner needs to know how to do this stuff. And if you're behind the wheel, this is a great way to get right up to speed. And we hope to see you this weekend.
Yeah, we'd love that. We'd love that. Okay. Awesome, you guys. I hope I get to see you. This weekend. And if not, I'll see you on our Facebook group. Every Thursday, by the way, we do a networking event that goes for literally 1 hour. We joked before this that Bill didn't want to be late. We locked the room at 3:02. So
Yes.
3 to 4. Yeah, so 3 to 4. Gonna be awesome. We do it every week. You can come check it out at thursdaynetworking.com. If you want to get an email notification of it, just go to expandthenetwork.com and that'll just put you on an email weekly notification list. But we'd love to have you be a part of it. So with that, you guys have an absolutely amazing, awesome day, and we'll see you next time. Okay.
Thanks everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great night.